We have created nearly 10,000 million jobs since President Biden took office.
Perfect. Let's take a look at job growth, because this is genuinely, in my opinion, the most startling statistic. So startling, in fact, that I literally didn't believe it when I saw it. And that is that all net job growth in America, all of it, since COVID, that would be end of 2019, beginning of 2020, has gone to foreign-born immigrants. I'm going to say that again, just so you don't think you misheard me. All net job growth in America since COVID has gone to foreign-born immigrants. In fact, when I say all net job growth, or 100% of it, that is technically an understatement. Because if you look at the numbers, you'll see that at the beginning of COVID, we lost about 9 million total jobs in this country. About 7 million of those were native-born American jobs, and about 2 million of those were foreign-born American jobs. Since then, as of the end of 2023, as we see in this chart, and the numbers have only gotten worse, might I add, there are still 200,000 less jobs among native-born Americans than pre-COVID. There are, however, 2.9 million more jobs among foreign-born immigrants, resulting in a net positive growth since COVID of about 2.7 million. So when I say again that all net job growth, or 100% of it, is an understatement, I literally mean that. Because the net job growth for native-born Americans is negative. The net job growth among native-born Americans is actually pulling the total net job growth down. So technically, foreign-born immigrants are responsible for more like 110% of all net job growth since COVID. Now, I will say that this foreign-born immigrant number does not distinguish between legal immigrants and undocumented immigrants. It does not make that distinction. So we don't exactly know how many of those jobs are going to people that literally aren't even supposed to be here in the first place. We can't say that for sure. But given the past 4 years trend of around, 3 million border encounters on average per year. And remember, that's just encounters, by the way. That's just the people that came into the country illegally that we know about. We don't know about the people we didn't encounter. But let's just work off what we do know, the around 3 million or so per year. I think it's suffice to say that when you look at in Corinne Jean-Pierre's words, 10,000 million jobs that have been created over the past 4 years since COVID, that maybe that might have something to do with the 10,000 million people that have come into this country illegally during that same time period. That's just me. I'm no mathematician. And the crazier thing about this is, in my opinion, that they acknowledge this pretty much, and they spin it as a good thing. You'll see headlines and interviews where they talk about how crucial immigrant labor is to the economy. It's what carries the economy. And this, of course, is all based on the premise, which I find to be incredibly insulting for everyone involved, being, oh, well, the immigrants are just taking jobs that Americans won't work. Insinuating, of course, that Americans are just way too lazy and above working these jobs. And immigrants, conveniently, aren't. They're below it, so they'll do it. They'll do it. Now, the reality of that situation is half true. I'm going to give this a PolitiFact Snopes half true. Because the half truth is that, yeah, Americans don't want to work those jobs, but the full truth is Americans don't want to work those jobs for those wages. And when you've created a benefits system, a welfare system in this country that is literally more lucrative than what these low-paying jobs can offer, then an American citizen who can qualify for those programs would actually be quite silly to work that job instead. We've set up a system where the government benefits programs outcompete low-skilled labor wages. And who really benefits from that? We get gaslit by our political leaders and the media telling us, well, we have to flood the country with millions of people every year because you lazy pieces of shit don't want to work. No, dick. We do want to work. We want to get paid what we should actually be getting paid. Not only will they tell you with a straight face that they created 10,000 million jobs, 10 billion jobs, by the way, for the country. There's only like 350 million people in the country, but 10 billion more jobs. Everybody apparently has 7.5 jobs, which is great. If that's the case, we really are doing great. But I think she meant 10 million. 10 million more jobs since COVID. Okay, we lost 9 million during COVID. So that crazy number is nuts because most of those jobs were just jobs that we took away from people and then gave it back. That would be like if I came up to you and grabbed 20 bucks out of your pocket and then handed you 20 bucks and said, look, man, you just made 20 bucks. But they will look at you straight in the face and tell you that because they think you're stupid. And then when you look even further into that, you realize that, whoa, not only is that complete bullshit, not only did you take 20 bucks out of my pocket and then hand me money back, but you didn't even give me 20 bucks back. You gave me like 15. So you took 20 out of my pocket, handed me 15, and told me I made 20 bucks? That's how fucking stupid they think we are.